Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with 6th Standard Social Science Unit 1 of the new book Let's Know the History. In your curriculum of Standard 6th, we will know about an interesting subject of social science. Social sciences give us information about social world of men like geography, economics, social conditions and institutions, political activities and organizations. Subjects other than history introduce us with social life of present time, while history gives us information about past of human society with the help of which we know our present. So here when we talk about the social sciences, we are usually learning about the various aspects related to human beings and their activities, the places they lived in, their work, the standard of living, their culture and traditions as a whole. Is it possible for us to know about social life of present time without having knowledge of past? How was man's life when he had not started using fire? Imagine how must have been life of people without agriculture, roads, transportation, houses, etc. History gives us information regarding all such aspects. History takes us to a different world of the past. It gives us information about customs and traditions, beliefs, diet and dress of people of different generations. We feel as if we are wandering in some other world. So when we specifically talk about history, we learn about the evolution of human beings. That is what things they did that led to the world we are living in today. So it helps us to learn about their lifestyle and various other things like customs, beliefs, food, clothing, etc. You must be thinking, why should we study about human society of the past? History is not only related with matters of past but also acts as a record with the current system. What were our ancestors? Where did they live? What did they eat? History gives us information about many such matters. It informs us about the changes that have occurred in human life. Here, do we actually need to know about history? Well, we are human beings and curiosity is the mother of inventions. History acts as a chain between the past and the present. So, with its help, we are able to learn and identify the changes that have happened from then till now. Let us look into the tools and resources to know history. Chintan read a newspaper. A 4,000 years old city has been discovered in Kutch of Gujarat. He was surprised. How can we know that this city is 4,000 years old? Who might have built it and how? What was the diet of the people there? What type of clothes they must have been wearing? What is Chintan doing here? He is curious to know how people have identified the place to be 4,000 years old. So, he is trying to collect information about the past. How can we know history? We have different tools to know history. Here we are talking about the sources of history, the tools to identify the past. Tadpatra and Bhojpatra, palm leaves and birch bark. In their ancient time, men used palm leaves and birch bark for writing, what we call manuscript today. Tadpatra means manuscripts written on leaves of palm leaves. Bhojpatra means manuscripts written on birch bark which is found in the Himalayas. With the help of manuscripts written on palm leaves and bark of birch, we get information about their language and lifestyle. Many such inscriptions have been found. Manuscripts written on palm leaves and bark of birch give us information about man of ancient India. So, manu is a Latin word which means hand. So, manuscripts are basically the handwritten documents. Birch bark and palm leaves. Such manuscripts have been preserved in temples and monasteries. They have texts in Sanskrit, Prakrit and Tamil. Even poems, dramas, stories and epics were also written on Tadpatra and Bhojpatra. They have also been preserved in the form of books. They give us information about customs and traditions, social beliefs, lifestyle of kings, science, education, medicines, animals, etc. So, the information that it gives us is related to kings, how they used to rule, about the social and religious life of the people during the ancient times. They have been preserved in the viharas, temples, libraries and government museums. Now let us talk about inscriptions. Please do a correction. Articles which are carved on the metals and stone are called Inscriptions. So cut the word stone. We can know about history from stone inscriptions. Many times inscriptions were done to metal also. Kings used to converse with people by carving his orders and commands on these rocks. Many kings and queens have inscribed information about their kingdom, victories, religion, and culture on these stones. Stone inscriptions of Ashoka are very famous records, and inscriptions written on these are long lasting. Inscriptions are the writings that are engraved on stones or metals. They are mainly used by kings to give information to the people regarding their victories, religion, culture. Now, if a king wanted to give standing instructions regarding certain rules and regulations to be followed, he would use inscriptions to inform the people. Let's talk about another inscription which is called copper plate or Tamrapatra. In this paragraph 3, at the place where Tadpatra is written, you have to write Tamrapatra. The text which is engraved on copper sheet is called Tamrapatra. Many kings have engraved information about their administration and donations on Tamrapatra. Such Tamrapatras have been found in Gujarat in large number. They give us information about name, religion, administration and donation. Such Tamrapatras have been preserved in Hemchandra Library in Patan, North Gujarat, LD Institute of Indology, Navrangpura, Ahmedabad, BJ Learning and Research Studies, Vidya Bhavan, Ahmedabad, Shri Mahavir Jain Aradhna Kendra, Koba, Gandhinagar. Please, copper plates inscriptions are called Tamrapatra, and they were mainly used by kings to inform about their kingdom, the donations they gave, how well they administered the kingdom, etc. Now let us talk about various coins. Coins are also an information source to know about history. We get information about name of king, his religion, culture and time from these coins. Punchmark coins of 5th BC have been found in India, which is the oldest coin. Other than this, gold, silver and copper coins of Greek kings, Mauryan age, Gupta age have been found. They give us information about their social, religious, economic and political structure of that state. Do you know, children, there are many people in the world who collect coins from different ages and it is their hobby. Coins also are a major source of history, as it helps us to find about the culture, religion, period of rule of the kings, etc. Punchmark coins, these coins were created by pressing metal pieces in the mold, and they were called as punchmark coins. They were the oldest coins. They are considered to be the oldest coins found in India. Metals like gold, silver, copper, etc. have been used by kings for preparing coins during their reign, which also helps us to have a look into their economic and political structure. So with this, we come to the end of the first part of this chapter. In the next chapter, we are going to learn about the archaeologists, historians and travelers, how we got the name of our land to be India and Bharat, and we will learn about the date line. Till then, thank you. Have a great day and stay home, stay safe. Thank you.